Doma Sports Talk, worldwide, with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, let's go up to the heavyweights. And we've been talking about March Madness for the longest in the heavyweight division because of the fight on the 3rd with Deontay Wilder versus Louis the Real King Kong Ortiz. And that other fight on the 31st, the one we waiting for, with your boy Anthony Joshua versus Joseph Parker. Two undefeated guys going for unification, or some of it at least, right? Those are two huge fights. So I coined this March Madness. I've heard of another guy or two saying it too, because it's obvious, especially if you're American, because we understand what March Madness is, so you can automatically think those two heavyweight fights in March Madness, first thing come to mind. Now, I was the first to say it, but I'm going to say that right up in front, right? But it's okay, because everybody thinks that. This is March Madness. Let me give you another example of it. One that we kind of forgot going under the radar. But hey, it's an undefeated heavyweight contender, right? Lucas Browne, Big Daddy Browne, versus Dillian Whyte. That's going to be on March 24th, right? 1 week before the 31st. And that's a pretty good fight because you're talking Lucas Browne is still undefeated. He hasn't been defeated in the ring. His biggest win was Ruslan Chakiev. Okay, Ruslan Chakiev was a small southpaw, but he was good. Okay, he was good. Lucas Browne beat him, stopped him late. Matter of fact, Chakiev was winning that fight. And then we had the doping issues, and now we've been talking about Canelo with the meat being spiked and this and that and tainted and all that. That was what kind of went down in that Lucas Browne situation. Then he had another situation later where he was doped again. So, he kind of fell off. Now he's coming back, and he's about to fight Dillian Whyte. They don't like each other. This is good. Dillian Whyte, everyone knows him. His biggest claim to fame would still be his loss to Anthony Joshua, but he did have Anthony Joshua rocked. Right? I was talking about that too. Had him rocked, and he was in that fight with one arm. Everyone knew it, and he re-injured it in that fight. So that's his biggest claim to fame. Now he stopped Robert Helenius. Just beat him, Robert Helenius. He barely came through Chisora, but at the end of the day, we all know Dillian Whyte is a fighter, right? Dillian Whyte the kind of dude that come to your house, you say something wrong, right? Dillian Whyte ain't nobody to be messing around with. You can just feel it. Dude ready to rumble, right? So is Lucas Browne. So this is a real good fight in March, and got a little information for you. Your boy, Tyson Fury, he was lineal champ, I think he's still considered lineal champ because he did beat Klitschko before Anthony Joshua did. When Klitschko was reigning about 10 years, very close to 10 years, he was the first one to beat him. Now, I thought his win was awesome. I say it all the time because he won that fight before he got in the ring. That's what he did. His psychological warfare was incredible, right? And so he was able, through selling these wolf tickets before the fight, he was able to feint his way to a title. I think it's one of the most awesome things you want to look at. The man won with 83 punches. He landed 83 punches and won a heavyweight title. You got to give it up for that, right? Because the psychological warfare before the fight is important. It's important. It's a part of the game. So Tyson Fury, your boy, has been sparring with Lucas Browne. And I think that's good for Lucas Browne because he's, it's not the same style as Dillian Whyte, but you're going to have to figure some things out. I'll leave an article in the description box for you guys. Check it out. But, Tyson Fury, he's going to control the range. He's got a lot of tricks. That's what Lucas Browne was saying. So, and his trainer, Rodney Williams, I think his name is, or whatever, he was saying it was a cerebral training. It was very on a high level. And it's an elite sparring. So that's good for Lucas Browne right about now. Right? So that is pretty big news, for me. Now, when you come to Tyson Fury, a lot of people, because he's still actually the lineal champ, people will say, hey, well, if he gets motivated, he's the best one out there. And, that's an opinion. But, sometimes you got to think about how you're rubbing the fighters that are already disciplined and still fighting, right? And not falling off because of discipline issues or other kind of issues, right? If he gets ready, he's going to be the best. No, The guys that are ready right now, those are the best. We could talk about the other ones, those ifs. I think you got to make sure that you understand people that fight and are always ready to fight, they're going to take issue with that. Just like, hey, nobody can beat 1986 Mike Tyson. Now I mention this all the time. I'm going to keep mentioning it too because it's to make people really think about what you're saying to people. You can't beat a dude, you know, that was 12 months the baddest. And I'm saying 12. They mean maybe 6 months. But the 1986 Mike Tyson. What does that mean to a guy who's trying to be good for 10 years or 8? You don't say that to a guy like that. I don't want to hear about a dude that was good a few months. Don't tell me that. You see what I mean? So, sometimes think about that. And it's the same thing with Tyson Fury if he gets fit. Now, right now, he's looking leaner, he's gonna still be 270 whenever he fight, but that's lean for him. So when he was coming off of 320, 330, so he seems to be getting himself into shape and helping Lucas Browne for this Dillian Whyte fight. So these guys, I think this is gonna be a good fight between these two guys. I think it's gonna be a good fight between these two guys, Dillian Whyte and Lucas Browne, because something gonna go down in that fight. I don't think it's gonna go the distance. I don't know if Lucas Browne is gonna have the stamina to go the distance. So we'll talk about it when it gets closer. But I just thought that was pertinent. Lucas Browne is sparring with Tyson Fury to get ready for Dillian Whyte. What y'all think about that? I think that's pretty good. And we are still in the middle of March Madness. So let's enjoy. Don't Sports Talk Worldwide. I'm out of here, y'all.